You've been practicing it. Okay, here's how it goes. You spend more money than you earn. Yes? And to bridge the gap, you borrow the money. And over time, that causes you to get into financial difficulty. Okay? So you might argue, well, I can easily handle this one. You know what I'll do? I just earn more money. Yes? Get more money. But here's the problem. When you get more money, you just spend more. And this actually happened to me. So a long time, my name is Miles Thomas. I didn't tell you who I am. I'm Miles Thomas. I'm Miles Thomas. And I used to be an accountant many, many years ago. And I want to just thank Luton Black Men Community Group for actually asking me to speak here today. So many years ago, I was an accountant. Okay? And I remember when I just was training for the job, and I got qualified, and my salary doubled. So I got another job elsewhere, and my salary doubled. Okay, and the first thing I wanted to do with my extra money, I went to the car showroom. So I wanted to let all the neighbours know, sharing my success. I wanted them to know how well I was doing. Okay. Now, I'm going to share with you why that was a foolish idea. But at the time, being young and wanting to show off, I thought that was the best thing to do. So I'm looking at my savings, I'm looking at another nice cars. Can you believe I even went to Aston Martin showroom? Aston Martin showroom. I had no business even looking at that. But anyway, let's continue. So you can argue that you just earn more money and then you'll be okay. But here's the problem. When you earn more money, you spend more money. That's the thing. You have to be disciplined about what you're doing. So you have to do it to a plan, by the way. Here's the model for wealth. You earn more than the cost of your lifestyle. You earn more. And the difference between what you earn and what you spend, you invest that. And you invest it in things that got your value and give you an income. So going back to the idea of buying houses now, that other people live in it, those houses that you buy, other people live in it, they give you an income. The house that you buy to live in, you pay. So that's giving you an expense. Because when you live in a house, you pay the mortgage, you pay electricity, you pay gas, you pay council tax. Shall I carry on? You pay for the furniture, you pay for to fix the house, and so on and so forth. So it becomes your expense. Okay? I want to share with you something that says the hidden rules for the economic class. Hidden rules, economic class. Poverty, middle class, wealth. I'm going to focus on this one, because we're talking money today. Poor people think money is to be spent. Now, when I say poor people, I'm talking about psychology now. Okay? Poor people. Middle class people think money should be managed. And rich people think money should be invested. And they get very, very, very different results because of this. So I'm going to give you an example of, I'll share this example a bit later, about someone who thought like a poor person, but they were earning millions of pounds a year. If you're earning millions of pounds a year and you think like a poor person, you're going to have, at the end of your years, nothing to show for it. Nothing. Okay? I'm going to show you 3 principles. The first principle is one of compounding. Okay? So, who thinks they are rubbish at maths here? Who thinks they're rubbish at maths?
Quite a few people.
2 people rubbish at maths. 3 people rubbish at maths. Okay. Now, of the 3 people rubbish at maths, I'm going to pick on one of them, by the way, to do a demonstration. And here's why I'm going to pick on them. Because if this person can do it, everybody can do it. So therefore, no one has any excuses. Young lady. Young lady, right here. Okay, I want you to imagine somebody offers you an investment and you have to make a £1,000 initial start. So by the beginning, you have £1,000 and they give you instructions, and at the end of the year, your money has doubled. Yes? How much do you have at the end of the year? So you start with 1, and at the end of the year, you're going to have 2,000. Yeah? You do it again. You start with 2, And at the end of year 2, how much do you have?
4.
Again?
6.
Double 4?
No, it's double 8.
Do it again. At the end of year 16,000. Again?
32.
Again?
Oh my God.
64.
64. That sounds like a good number. Double it again. Now, I'm demonstrating the worst person in the room. If you can do it, everyone can. So double 64. So let me show you how you do it. From right to left. Starting here. Double this in your mind. Put it down here. Double this in your mind. Put it down there. So double 4 is 8. Double 6 is 12. What would that be?
128.
128. And one more time? No, 2 more times. Double 128. That's okay. Go back to 8. Double 8 is what? 16. So 6 goes down. Double 12 is 24. Add 1, 25. Okay. You see how much fun you're having? And I told you, when he's in classroom, you shouldn't be monking up in maths. Alright, it's 2, 5, 6, yeah? And then, again, that again. 512,000. And one more time. One more time. 1,024,000. Okay, I want to pause here for a second. Starting with £1,000, if you have the discipline and you teach your children to have the discipline of doubling this money every year, 10 years later, you have £1 million. Okay? Now, this is a very simple idea. It's a very simple idea. If everybody did this, could everybody become a millionaire? And the answer is yes. Because this is a mathematical truth. It doesn't matter who you are. If you come from Guyana, if you come from Jamaica, if you come from Senegal, okay, I'm going to share with you exactly how we do this, and I'm going to show you some examples. But before we get to that, I want to share with you principle number 2. So the first principle was about compounding. The second one now is about this. So I told you before, I was an accountant. An accountant has a way of describing assets and liabilities, okay? And I don't want to use their definition, because their definition leads them into an understanding that's not really good for them when it comes to building wealth, okay? I want to share with you the smart investor's definition. And here's what they say. An asset is something that once you buy it, it puts money in your pocket. So your investment property puts money in your pocket after you purchased it. Yes? A liability is something after you pay for it, it takes money away from you. It makes you spend money. So the house you live in is giving you bills. So technically, your house is a liability from this definition. Now, you might say, but all I'm Bridget, all that. So I must live on the street? No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, when you buy your house for yourself, call that your lifestyle. Don't call it an asset. So your job when you're going to look for assets, you don't count your house. Don't count it. Yeah? Make sense? Cool. And by the way, you see what I just told you? An accountant would not tell you this. An accountant would say, no, your house is an asset, put it in the asset balance. And it has to go in the asset side of the balance sheet. But I'm saying to you, don't count it when it comes to, you know, going shopping for assets. So this table now, everything on here is an asset according to an accountant. Everything. But I want to break it down a little bit so you can see which assets make you poor and which assets make you rich. Because if you know which assets make you rich, go shopping for those. The assets that make you poor, leave them alone. Okay? And most people buy assets that make them poor and they want to know why they're struggling. So I'm going to break it down for you. Points on here? Right there. Okay. This word, appreciating asset, this means it goes up in value. These assets go up in value after you buy them, okay? These assets go down in value after you buy them. They go down in value. These assets here, once you purchased it, take money out of your pocket. And these assets here, they put money in your pocket after you purchased it. Make sense? Okay, so let's start with this one, this box. Number 4. It says your own home in a down market. So the property market does something like this. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up. It's going up in the long term, but every now and then it goes through little dips. Yes? It's doing this. If you buy at the top of a particular cycle and it goes through a dip after you purchased it, you're going to end up with negative equity. Yes? Your house will be worth less money than when you paid for it initially. So, value, okay, depreciating for a time, and it's costing you money to live in it. We already stated that you have to pay all the bills. So you've got this double whammy negative effect. You're losing money on it, and it's going down. I've got a friend who lives in Dubai. She bought a nice £1 million apartment in Dubai. She lives there. After she purchased it, the market in Dubai started to come down. Now she's got negative equity. Yes? And she's paying all the bills. This one, number 2. This is your own house in an upmarket. So you now purchase a house, and the house is going up in value. Okay? But it's costing you money. So it's every month you have to go to work to pay for the mortgage, to pay for the bills associated with your own house. Okay? But it's going up in value. It's in this category. Number 2. Number 3. A rental property. So this is going down, but it's giving you an income. So rental property, going down, we explain how that works, but every month you're renting to somebody else, and they're paying you more than the mortgage. So now the net effect is that you're getting cash coming in. Cash is called positive cash flow. This one here is a business. A business, say like on a stock exchange, or a business that is going down in value, but it's giving you dividends as an income. Okay? This one here, a taxi cab. A taxi driver is obviously driving a car that goes down in value, and it generates an income for the taxi driver. That's in this category here. And then this one, cash in the bank. In the old days, banks used to pay interest, okay? And this one here is a depreciate. Cash is an asset, but cash is going down in value, okay? And if it gives you income, it belongs to number 3. So let me give you an example of this. I want you to imagine 1970, for those of you who remember 1970, or born in 1970. If your mother sent you out to buy a loaf of bread, how much would she give you to buy bread in 1970? Does anyone know?
Probably about 10 pence or something like that.
So 10?
About 10 pence, roughly.
10 pence. 10 pence to buy a loaf of bread with 30 slices. Okay? That same loaf of bread, and it would have been a white bread, know that back then. That same loaf of bread now will cost you what? £1.50. Right? To keep the maths really simple, let's put it £1. £1 to buy 1 loaf of bread. What's happened? Has the bread gone up in value? Is that what's going on? What's going on? Well, the correct word, or not, I won't say the correct word, the word we use to describe it is inflation. And if I was to inflate a balloon, what's happening to a balloon? The balloon is going up. So we look at the value of the bread, and we say the bread is going up. But the reality is this: money is going down. Money is going down in purchasing power. Okay? And that's why, so think of a seesaw. As money goes down, anything that you use to buy with that money is going up. So I'll give you an example. Let's say you needed £1, 70 years, 1970 would buy you 10 loaves of bread. £1. Today, £1 only buys you one. Yes? That means £1 today is equivalent to £10 in 1970. It's £10. So really, the £1 has actually gone down in value. And it's gone down in value by 90%. So we've lost 90% of its purchasing power, and that's why it's in this category. But it gives you interest, so it goes here. So you don't want to store your wealth in cash, because it's losing its value. Number one, your house in a market and you're renting it out. You get a capital appreciation and you get an income. Double whammy. You invest in a business that is going up in value and it is giving you a dividend income. Yes? It's making you rich. So, according to a man called Robert Kiyosaki, who wrote a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad, he will tell you everything here is a liability. Everything here is a liability. Even though accountants call them all assets, these are liabilities because it costs you money to earn it. And these are assets because it gives you an income because you own it. So this makes you rich, or cash flow rich, and this makes you cash flow poor. That's the first thing. But what makes you ultimately rich is number one. So now that I've shown you this chart, if you want to become wealthy, go shopping for number one assets. That's it. Most people, remember I told you when I was an accountant and I became qualified, I wanted to go and buy a car. Well, the car was there. I was going to use it. So I was going to go shopping for class 4 assets. If I had any sense back then, I would have gone shopping for class 1 assets. Yes? But I didn't know any better. So I'm looking for class 4. And class 4 makes you poor over time. Even though I might look good in my Mercedes, it's still making me poor. Okay? So let me give you an example of somebody who made a lot of money and went shopping in the wrong way. A man called Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was thinking like a poor person, and he made $100 million and more. 100 million, and he went broke because he did not buy class 1 assets. He went shopping for class 4 and some other stuff. Yes. I want to talk about now the third principle today, and this is cash flow. When money comes into your life, how do you manage it? Okay? Poor people, typically, and I'm using definitions according to the Robert Kiyosaki model, poor people, when money comes in, they pay their bills. Okay? And so by the time the end of the month is over, it's all gone. So they've got to go back to work again next month to get more money to continue the cycle. Okay? Some people call this the rat race. Right? And before I go back, highlighted yellow. Poor people focus on how much money they make. That's their focus. I've got to get a job that pays 20 grand. I've got to get a job that pays 40 grand. I've got to get a job that pays whatever. They're focusing on how much money they bring in. Okay? That's their focus. A middle class person. Okay? A middle class person, number two, one comes into their life. Number two, money goes out to pay their bills. But they've got extra left over because they don't need all the money to pay their bills. So what do? They go shopping for what an accountant will call an asset. But we saw earlier as a liability. They go buy a house, they buy a car. And these things cost them money. So now all of a sudden, they've got another set of bills now coming from these things. So now they've got two sets of bills. One from their assets, down here, in the balance sheet, and one set from their lifestyle. Yes? Okay. Again, their focus is income. How much money am I making? That's their focus. And when they buy the things in their balance sheet, this is what the car is doing to them. It's demanding insurance money, MOT money, petrol money, road tax money, repair money, cleaning money, financing, driving tests, parking tickets. All the costs of having a car. All the costs. If you buy a house, mortgage payments, utility, gas, electricity, water rates, council tax, insurance for contents, insurance for the building, furniture, maintenance, cleaning costs. You're paying all these things. And then if you take out any loans, you've got admin fee and interest rates. A rich person, this is what they do. I'll go slowly. Number one, they go to work and money comes into their life. Number two, that's not number two. Where's number two? Here. They put aside some money and they go and they put it aside to go buy assets. So the first thing they do is they pay themselves first. Their attitude is, look, I work hard for this money, I'm going to keep some of it. And they go, put it to one side, and they use that to go shopping for assets. What kind of assets? Class 1 assets. We spoke about it earlier. They put money aside for this. Then they will use the rest of the money and live their life. So let's say this person is earning £1,000 a month. 10% will come down to £100, will go down to buy assets, and they live on the rest. Yes? Let's say you're on £70 a week, right? You put £7 down to one side to go shopping, you understand? And then you live on £63. So whatever it is, you take a percentage and put it to one side. If you were on the dole and you did this, you will become rich eventually, even if you're on the dole. I already told you, if you're getting £1 million a year and you don't do this, you will go broke, like Mike Tyson, like other people who are wealthy. I've got a son who's a footballer. He's a millionaire from football. Do I want him to be broke when he finishes football? Not at all. So I've had to show him this to say, go shopping for class 1 assets. Because he's young, he wants to show off, he wants to have the flash car. And he's got the flash car. But the thing is, that's not going to make him wealthy when he's an old man. Yeah? Let's continue. So they put money aside to buy things that will go up in value after they've purchased it. Then what happens to these things? They get an income from it. So it starts to give them money. This income could be rental income, it could be dividend income, it could be interest income, it could be profit income, whatever it is, it's giving them money. What they do with that money? They buy more. And by buying more, they create a virtuous cycle. And it behaves like the first thing I showed you, compounding. 1,000 becomes 2, 2,000 becomes 4, 4,000 becomes 8. Do you understand? And it's this cycle, the compounding cycle, that makes you rich. This is it going on right here. Yeah? And then what they would do, they would say, okay, when I hit my target, £1 million, £2 million, whatever, then they will take a percentage, maybe 20% of this income, and they go and buy their foolishness, their car, their house, whatever. And they use this money. What happens? Because they purchase these things, the house, the car, it generates bills. So now they've got a double thing going on here. So I want to pause for a second, and I want to show you the difference between middle class people and rich people. Living right next door to each other, they both got nice cars, nice houses, but here's the difference. The middle class person, who's middle class by the way? An accountant like I was, an accountant, a lawyer, a doctor, these kind of people with big money from their jobs. What they're doing, the middle class person using his money from his job to pay for this. Yes, that's what he's doing. The rich person, or person think like a rich person, they're using the assets to pay for this. What's the distinction? What's the difference? Here's the difference. If you lose your job because you're a footballer and you get injured, or you retire because you're 30 years old, whatever it happens to be, you don't have to downsize because your liability is not being funded from your job, they're being funded from your assets. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
That's the distinction that rich people pay attention to than poor people. There was a man called Sir John Templeton. Sir John Templeton, when he was a young man in his 20s, he got married and he said to his wife, we are going to put our money together and divide it into half the money we're going to live on it, and the other half we're going to save it towards buying investments. Okay? He was a young man. Somebody must have told him this for him to know to do this when he was young. Anyway, what he does, he starts taking the money And he starts saving it, and then he went shopping for assets. Okay? When he died, he was a billionaire. A billion. The only way he can know getting older means equally being rich. It means compounding. You understand? Because getting older doesn't make you get rich by itself. But if you're compounding, it does. He knew this as a boy. As long as he lives long enough, he must be rich. So, we've spoken about use the power of compounding to grow your investment portfolio exponentially. Okay, it will grow bigger and bigger over time. Safest companies in the UK. Okay, and also I want to show you a FTSE 100 company that earned its investors 100%, doubled in 3 days, not in 1 year, but in 3 days. A genuine bona fide FTSE 100 company, and I'll show you that online. If you've got any questions, now's a good time to ask. Any questions?
Any questions for Miles? Okay.
Well, I want to thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Miles. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Okay. Right. Thank you very much for that, Miles, for talking about trading and investing and compounding. Thank you everybody for coming here today. Right, now we're going to have Colin, who's going to be talking about Forex and some cryptocurrencies. So we're just going to get Colin up here onto the stage to present. And I'll just got to start his presentation. So Colin, this is Colin.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, how are you all? I know Luton's a bit cold, right? So we're going to have some energy to warm us up, right? I'm here today to discuss, talk about Forex. Does anyone know about Forex or what it means? Have you traded before? No? Sounds a little bit technical, right? Okay, so what we're going to do first, I'm just going to play a little video just to show you how easy Forex can be.
Everybody know my name is Jason McGee. I've been involved with this company for 2 years. Making about $25,000 a month trading Forex. Didn't know anything about trading Forex. Quit my job. Not only that, my 5-year-old daughter trades Forex as well, and she makes $700 a week trading Forex. Wow. She started when she was 3. I put an iPad in her hand and let her trade the floor. Had her go through some courses, and everybody doing? My name is Jason McGee. I've been involved with this company for 2 years. Making about $25,000 a month trading Forex. Didn't know anything about trading Forex. Quit my job, have 4 college degrees, but not only that, my 5-year-old daughter trades Forex as well, and she makes $700 a week trading Forex. Wow. She started when she was 3. I put an iPad in her hand and let her trade the floor. Had her go through some courses, and I had her do it for 2 hours a day. Fast forward 2 years now, she trades on her own, and she makes $700 a week. So it doesn't matter the age, the color, the demographic, you can get this skill, you can learn this skill. All it takes is belief and dedication.
So just one more time, just say again, how old is your daughter?
Oh, once again, my daughter's, her name's Eileen McGee. Matter of fact, I can show you guys an account real quick, and I'll let you put the camera on it. My daughter started a $500 account, well, Daddy started it for her, right? Just to show people it works. She started a $500 account. Let's go to her balance. This is her 5 years old, right? Her trades, and this is her balance after 1 week. 3186. This is my daughter's account. Wow. $500 in 1 week. Wow. She took it from $500 to $3,100 in a week. So you can get this skill.
See.
You can definitely learn this skill.
Come on, man.
5 years old, right? Wow. My 85-year-old grandfather trades as well, right? He took his retirement. He's made over 6 figures in 2 months from his retirement. Woo! So you can get this skill. It definitely works.
That's awesome, bro. Thank you, man.
All right.
Okay, so you saw that 5-year-old. Do anyone got children at all? Has anybody got a 5-year-old daughter? I mean, his skill is available to learn not only for young children, we can get it quickly. But as he said that he taught his to his dad, and his dad's up in his 60s, and he's making good money. And you know, our parents, you know, they've worked 30, 40 years of their life, and they got this retirement money. And let's be frank, that the retirement money that is coming to them is going to be pittance over the time. You know, and if we can learn this skill, and if you feel even that it's too technical for you, give it to your children. They'll pick it up very quickly. And then they'll be able to trade your money or your parents' or your grandparents' money to produce an income that they can have a nice life. Because we want them to go and live in luxury. You know, I don't have a thing about why do our parents have to wait until they die to go and drive a Rolls Royce. Why can't our parents, you know, have that Rolls Royce service once a year? You know, but why do we wait and plan it out? Well, that's, as Mom said, through lack of financial planning, that's where we find ourselves. You understand? So I'm from a company called IML. And as a disclaimer, any results or income produced, you know, is based on what you put in and what you get out. You know, that 5-year-old girl, you know, she's making $700 a week. That's quite good for a 5-year-old, right? Now you imagine they go to school and, you know, as it develops, as it compounds, it's now $7,000 a week. And at 12 years old, what's the teacher going to be telling her at 12 years old? She's making $7,000 a week. You know, so our children get it, they get it, you know, and we can learn it too. So for foreign exchange, the company also deals with cryptocurrencies. You know, the brother said that, you know, cryptocurrencies, and there's many out there. You know, but we can learn how to just trade similar different kind of cryptocurrencies and more stable, you know, and you can make a vast profit on them. So what is the history of forex? Where does it all come from? You know, forex or FX or foreign exchange, you know, we all deal with it. We all go on holiday, you know, and when you change your pounds into dollars or lira or euros or Jamaican dollars, that's an exchange. That's a foreign exchange. That's basically in a simplest form what it is. But it began with the bartering system. You know, people would barter goods and services between two different parties, and this is the oldest form of commodities, the oldest form of economy. Next came the